Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Somarajan and today I'm thrilled to share with you something that's revolutionizing how we build AI applications. We're going to dive deep into OpenClaw with Claude, a powerful framework that's making it possible for developers like you and me to create intelligent, autonomous AI agents that can handle real-world tasks. Whether you're looking to automate your email, deploy code with a simple chat message, or monitor your stock portfolio 24/7, OpenClaw provides the infrastructure to make it happen. And with Claude's advanced reasoning capabilities, these aren't just simple bots, they're genuinely intelligent assistants. So let's get started. Let's begin with the fundamentals. What exactly is OpenClaw? OpenClaw is an open source AI framework built in TypeScript. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Another AI framework? But here's what makes OpenClaw special. First, it's designed from the ground up for autonomous operation. This isn't just a chatbot library, it's a complete system for building AI agents that can work independently, make decisions, and execute tasks without constant human supervision. Second, it provides seamless integration with messaging platforms like Telegram and WhatsApp. This means you can interact with your AI agent from anywhere on any device, just like you're texting a friend. And third, and this is crucial, it supports both OpenAI's models and Anthropic's Claude. This gives you the flexibility to choose the right model for each task, whether that's GPT-5 for creative work or Claude Sonnet for deep analysis and reasoning. Now here's something impressive. OpenClaw has gained massive traction in the developer community. It currently has over 65,000 stars on GitHub. That's not just popularity, that's validation that this framework is solving real problems for real developers. The creator, Peter Steinberger, designed it to handle common but complex tasks, calendar management, email organization, stock monitoring, and much more. And as you can see in this architecture diagram, it follows a clean, layered approach with perception, cognition, and execution layers, just like how we might think about human intelligence. The key takeaway here is that OpenClaw isn't trying to reinvent the wheel. It's providing a solid, production-ready foundation so you can focus on building your application logic, not wrestling with infrastructure. Every great tool has an origin story, and OpenClaw's journey is fascinating. It all started back in 2023 with a project called ClaudeBot. This was the initial prototype, a simple AI assistant that showed promise but was still rough around the edges. By 2024, the project had evolved significantly and was rebranded as Moltbot with enhanced features and better architecture. The developer community started taking notice. Then, in 2025, something interesting happened. Due to trademark considerations with the Claude name, the project underwent another rebranding and became OpenClaw, the version we know today. And this is where things really took off. As you can see in this growth chart, the adoption has been nothing short of explosive. Starting from 0 at launch, the project hit 5,000 stars within 3 months. By 6 months, it was at 15,000 stars. 9 months in, 32,000 stars. And today, we're looking at over 65,000 GitHub stars. What does this tell us? This isn't just hype. This exponential growth indicates that developers are building real projects with OpenClaw. They're finding it valuable enough to star the repository, contribute to it, and recommend it to their peers. This kind of community momentum is exactly what you want to see when choosing a framework for a serious project. It means active development, regular updates, good documentation, and a community ready to help when you run into challenges. Now let's talk about what makes OpenClaw powerful. I want to highlight 4 key features that set it apart. First, 24/7 autonomous operation. This is huge. Your AI agent runs continuously in the background, executing tasks based on schedules, triggers, or events. It doesn't need you to babysit it. Set it up once and it keeps working, whether you're in a meeting, sleeping, or on vacation. Think about the implications. You could have an agent that monitors your servers and alerts you immediately when something goes wrong, or one that checks your email every morning before you even wake up. Second, messaging integration. OpenClaw provides native support for Telegram and WhatsApp. Why does this matter? Because these are platforms you already use. You don't need to learn a new interface or download a special app. You can literally send a message like, deploy the latest code to production while you're standing in line for coffee, and your agent handles it. The barrier between thought and action becomes incredibly thin. Third, the extensible hook system. This is where OpenClaw really shines for developers. You can create custom hooks for memory persistence, event handling, and third-party integrations. Want your agent to remember context between conversations? There's a hook for that. Need it to react when a specific file changes? Hook. Want to integrate with your company's internal API? Hook. This extensibility means OpenClaw grows with your needs. You're not locked into someone else's vision of what an AI agent should do. Fourth, the MoltHub Skills Marketplace. You don't have to build everything from scratch. MoltHub provides pre-built skills and plugins for common tasks, things like calendar management, stock monitoring, weather updates, and more. And because it's open source and community-driven, new skills are being added regularly. It's like NPM for AI capabilities. These 4 features combine to create a framework that's both powerful and flexible, professional enough for enterprise use, but accessible enough for indie developers. All right, let's get practical. How do you actually set up OpenClaw? The good news is that it's remarkably straightforward. Step 1, install the OpenClaw CLI. It's a simple npm command, npm install -g OpenClaw. This gives you the command line tools you'll need to manage your agent. OpenClaw works on Linux, macOS, and even in Docker containers, so you've got flexibility in how you deploy it. Step 2, initialize OpenClaw in your project. Run OpenClaw install, and this sets up the initial configuration, creates the necessary directories, and prepares your environment. Step 3, configure your API key. This is crucial. You'll need an API key from Anthropic to use Claude. Set it as an environment variable. Export Anthropic_API key equals your key. Pro tip, never hardcode API keys in your code. Always use environment variables or a secrets management system. We'll talk more about security later. Step 4, start your agent. Simply run OpenClaw and your agent comes to life. You'll see it initialize, connect to the Claude API, and become ready to receive commands. As you can see in this terminal screenshot, the interface is clean and provides clear feedback about what's happening. You can see when your agent is ready, when it's processing requests, and any errors or warnings. The entire setup process takes maybe 5 minutes if you already have Node.js installed. There's no complex configuration, no wrestling with Docker Compose files, just clean, simple commands that get you up and running quickly. And if you run into issues, remember that massive GitHub community we talked about? They've probably encountered and solved your problem already. The documentation and issue section are gold mines of practical knowledge. Now, one of the most powerful features of OpenClaw is the ability to interact with your agent through Telegram. Let me walk you through how to set this up. Step 1, create your bot with BotFather. Open Telegram and search for @BotFather. This is Telegram's official bot for creating new bots. Send it the command /newbot and follow the prompts. You'll choose a name and username for your bot. When you're done, BotFather will give you a token. Save this, you'll need it. Step 2, configure OpenClaw to use your bot. In your OpenClaw configuration, you'll add your bot token. The agent will use this to connect to Telegram's API and listen to messages. Step 3, pair your device. This is where it gets cool. Open a chat with your bot in Telegram and send /start. The bot will respond with a pairing code. Now in your terminal where OpenClaw is running, execute OpenClaw pair followed by that pairing code. This securely links your Telegram account with your OpenClaw instance. Step 4, verify and start using. Run OpenClaw status to confirm everything is connected. You should see that your agent is active and your Telegram bot is linked. Now comes the magic moment. Open Telegram and send your bot a message, something like, "What's the weather today?" or "Check my calendar for tomorrow." Your agent will receive the message, process it using Claude, and respond naturally. Here's what makes this powerful. You're not limited to predefined commands. Because OpenClaw is powered by large language models, it understands natural language. You can ask questions conversationally, give instructions in your own words, and the agent figures out what you mean. And once you're paired, you can interact with your agent from anywhere in the world, on your phone, on your tablet, on your laptop. Wherever Telegram is, your agent is accessible. Some of my favorite use cases, I'll message my agent from my phone during my commute to get a summary of overnight notifications, or I'll ask it to add items to my to-do list while I'm in a meeting. The convenience is remarkable. Now let's talk about what makes OpenClaw truly flexible, customization and the hook system. First, let's look at defining your agent's personality. On the left side of this slide, you can see a sample personality configuration. This is TypeScript, but it's very readable. You define your agent's name, maybe Assistant Pro or DevBot, or whatever fits your use case. You specify its role, personal productivity agent or DevOps automation specialist or research assistant. The tone is crucial. Do you want professional and concise responses, or maybe friendly and detailed? You have complete control. Then you list capabilities. These are the things your agent is allowed to do. Email management, calendar scheduling, stock monitoring, task automation. By explicitly defining these, you ensure your agent stays focused on its purpose. And importantly, you can set restrictions, maybe no financial advice or respect privacy or don't delete anything without confirmation. These guardrails help keep your agent safe and predictable. Now, the hook system. This is where things get really interesting. On the right side of this slide, you can see a sample hook for stock alerts. Let's break down what's happening here. We define a hook named stock alert with a trigger. In this case, it's a cron-style schedule. 09 star 1-5 means at 9 a.m. every weekday. The execute function is where your logic lives. This hook gets a watch list of stocks you're monitoring, loops through each one, fetches the current price, checks if it's exceeded your alert threshold, and if so, notifies you immediately. But here's the beautiful part. You can create hooks for anything. Want to run checks every time a message arrives? Use the on-message hook. Need to do something before every action? Before action. Want to handle errors gracefully? On error. At the bottom, you can see the built-in hook types. Each one gives you an extension point to inject custom behavior. This means OpenClaw isn't just a framework you use, it's a framework you can shape to your exact needs. You're not fighting against the tool, you're working with it. And because these hooks are just JavaScript or TypeScript, you can use any NPM package, call any API, interact with any database. The entire Node.js ecosystem is available to you. Let's look at actual code and usage examples. This will make everything concrete. At the top, you see the basic installation and startup commands we covered earlier, but let me focus on the interaction patterns. Example 1, stock price query. You send check Microsoft stock price. The agent responds with real data. Microsoft MSFT is currently trading at $425.30, up 2.3% today. Notice a few things here. First, the agent understood your natural language request. You didn't need to use a specific command format. Second, it went out, fetched real-time data, and formatted it in a human-readable way. Third, it provided context, not just the price, but also the percentage change. Example 2, calendar management. You say, schedule a meeting with John tomorrow at 2 p.m. The agent responds, I've added meeting with John to your calendar for tomorrow at 2 p.m. Would you like me to send him an email reminder? This is sophisticated behavior. The agent parsed your natural language request, understood the time reference, tomorrow at 2 p.m., created a calendar event, and proactively asked if you want a follow-up action. This is the kind of intelligence that makes AI agents actually useful in daily work. Advanced usage. You can run OpenClaw with custom configurations, check its status, view logs, all the tools you need for debugging and monitoring. The config flag lets you point to different configurations, which is perfect for running multiple agents or having different profiles for different projects. The logs command with --tail100 gives you real-time insight into what your agent is doing, which is invaluable during development. The key takeaway is these aren't toy examples. These are real interactions you could have with a production agent. The barrier between trying out an AI tool and using it for actual work is surprisingly low with OpenClaw. Now let's talk about real-world use cases. These are 6 ways people are actually using OpenClaw in production right now. Use case 1, email management. Imagine your agent automatically categorizes every email that arrives. Work emails get labeled and prioritized, newsletters are filtered to a reading list, urgent messages trigger notifications, spam is removed without you ever seeing it. The average person can save 2 to 3 hours daily just by having intelligent email automation. That's 10 to 15 hours a week, essentially getting 2 full workdays back. Use case 2, code deployment. You're at lunch and a critical bug fix is ready. Instead of rushing back to your desk, you send a message, deploy hotfix branch to production. Your agent triggers the CI/CD pipeline, runs all tests, monitors the deployment, and reports back if anything goes wrong. You can literally deploy code from your phone while eating a sandwich. That's the future we're living in. Use case 3, proactive notifications. Your agent watches for things you care about. Calendar conflicts, stock price movements, system alerts, deadline reminders. The key word is proactive. You don't have to remember to check. The agent tells you when something needs your attention. It's like having a personal assistant who never sleeps and never forgets. Use case 4, data analysis. Need to query your database? Show me sales numbers for last quarter. Want a report? Generate a summary of customer feedback from this month. Looking for trends? What are our top performing products? Your agent can connect to your data sources, run queries, and present insights instantly. What used to require opening BI tools and writing SQL becomes a simple conversation. Use case 5, task automation. Backups, data syncs, report generation, system health checks, all the routine tasks that need to happen regularly but don't need human oversight. Set up your automation rules once and then forget about them. Your agent handles it 24/7. This is the set and forget promise of intelligent automation. Use case 6, personal assistant. This is the classic use case, but elevated. Now, before you rush off to deploy your first OpenClaw agent, we need to have a serious conversation about security. This is not optional. It's critical. That warning banner at the top is there for a reason. Read the security documentation before deployment. I'm serious about this. Let me explain why. API key management. Your API keys are essentially passwords to your AI services. If they're compromised, someone could rack up thousands of dollars in API charges, access your data, or use your account for malicious purposes. Best practices. Always store keys in environment variables, never in code. Never commit keys to version control, use .gitignore. Implement key rotation policies, change your keys regularly. Use the principle of least privilege. Only give keys the minimum permissions needed. Local execution risks. Here's something crucial to understand. OpenClaw runs with your user permissions. That means it can access your files, run commands, interact with services, anything you can do. This is powerful, but it's also potentially dangerous. If your agent is compromised or makes a mistake, it could delete files, modify data, or cause system issues. Recommendations. Review any generated code before the agent executes it. Use sandboxed environments for testing new configurations. Consider running in a container or VM for isolation. Implement safeguards and confirmation steps for destructive actions. Network security. Your agent is constantly communicating over the network with AI APIs, with your databases, with external services. Essential practices. Always use TLS or HTTPS for communications. Implement rate limiting to prevent abuse. Monitor for unusual activity patterns. Validate all external data. Never trust input blindly. Data privacy. This is especially important if you're handling sensitive information. Understand that when you send data to AI APIs, it's leaving your system. Different providers have different data policies. Requirements. Know what data is being sent to external APIs. Implement data retention policies. Encrypt sensitive information at rest. And ensure compliance with GDPR, CCPA, or other regulations that apply to you. Look, I know security can seem like a buzzkill when you're excited to build something cool, but here's the reality. One security incident can destroy trust, cost money, and create legal problems. The good news is that OpenClaw provides the tools to implement these security measures. The documentation covers each of these topics in detail. Use those resources. Think of security not as a barrier to innovation, but as the foundation that makes innovation sustainable. Build secure from day one, and you'll never regret it. We've covered a lot of ground today. Let me bring it all together. OpenClaw with Claude represents a new paradigm in how we build AI applications. It's not about replacing developers, it's about empowering them. The combination of OpenClaw's robust framework and Claude's advanced reasoning creates something special. AI agents that are genuinely useful, that understand context, that can handle complexity, and that integrate seamlessly into your workflow. And look at these 4 key benefits. Self-hosted and open source. You control your data, you own your deployment, you're not locked into a vendor. Fully customizable. Through hooks, configurations, and extensions, you can shape OpenClaw to your exact needs. Enterprise ready. This isn't a prototype or proof of concept, it's production-grade software being used by real companies for real workloads. Active community. 65,000 plus GitHub stars, regular updates, extensive documentation, and a helpful community ready to support you. The GitHub repository is at github.com/openclaw/openclaw. I encourage you to star it, explore the documentation, try the examples, and start building. Here's my challenge to you. Think about one task in your daily work that's repetitive, time-consuming, or just annoying. Could an AI agent handle it? With OpenClaw, the answer is probably yes. Start small. Build a simple agent. Get comfortable with the framework, then expand. Add more capabilities. Integrate with your systems. Let your imagination guide you. The future of development isn't just writing code, it's orchestrating intelligent agents to augment our capabilities. OpenClaw gives you the tools to build that future, starting today. So what are you waiting for? Start building. Thank you for your time and attention. If you have questions, drop them in the comments or reach out on GitHub. I'm excited to see what you create with OpenClaw and Claude. Now, go build something amazing.